All right, Night City citizens, let's jump into Night City and check our overall database that I've been creating since I started playing. And we're going to jump into a couple of things that I've noticed over years of playing. I've got about 550 hours on the PlayStation 5, thousands of hours on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and a couple hundred hours on Xbox, and maybe 100 hours or so on PC. I have not gotten any time on a Steam Deck or a Switch 2 yet. Don't know whether or not I want to get a Switch 2 just to play Cyberpunk 2077 and not have it at its best. But having a Switch 2 is definitely on my radar. You just have to be able to grab one. And I was not in line, and nor did I reserve it, because I don't play my original Switch enough. So it'll definitely be something that I try to get a hold of. And when I do, Cyberpunk will be one of the games that I get on the Switch 2. But for now, we're on a PlayStation 5. If they ever announce an update for Cyberpunk 2077, to be compatible with the PlayStation 5 Pro, I might go and get a PlayStation 5. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Cyberpunk ORION has to offer. So I'm going to be jumping through Cyberpunk 2077 quite a bit as I start to pull up things that I myself find and have ideas for. I don't know whether or not I want my photo or my image here, because there are things that will pop up just above my head. So I think I'm going to put it down just below here, because I don't really need any of that stuff down there. But it is kind of nice to be here because I don't think there's a lot of stuff that happens in this area. I have to kind of keep an eye on it, and I'm pretty sure nothing really happens down there. So let me go ahead and move my camera really quick. Alright, this should be a decent spot. It does cover up everything that was here, but you really don't need much of the stuff that's in this location anyway. Alright, so I'm going to be here looking at my PC from time to time, so if you see me get close to the this box area here, you know that I'm on my computer and updating the database. And as people drop in, I'm all about having conversations. So drop your comments into the chat. I have text to audio, so it will kind of keep me abreast of people coming in. But otherwise, my database here, I've started one for Death Stranding. I also have one going for Cyberpunk 2077. So let's go ahead and open that database. And this database has gotten quite extensive. I've got quite a few tabs on this particular one. Let's go function page down, no, control page down, page up. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 46, 47, 46. 46 tabs on Microsoft Excel. Everything from vending machines to gangs, things about the story, the shards. I'm slowly building the shards. My top 10 in like best cities and best most lived in cities. Those are supported by both Gaming Bolt and GamerX. I've made some trivia, things like the sticker placements, the new stickers. When they originally launched Cyberpunk 2077, there was a selection of stickers, but over time they've added quite a bit. And there is a new update 2.3 coming, so they may be adding a couple of more. But I do have quite a extensive amount of data that I've collected. Some of my favorites are points of interest, things that I've found to be the most interesting. Some of those things are like the boat docks, where Second Amendment's at, and like I have a pretty good idea where a lot of locations are, and if they are physical locations that you can enter, or if they are just locations that you can see or have heard about. But if they have a physical location in Night City, I've slowly started to actually jot all that kind of stuff down. And again, this is just a personal journey, a personal achievement for me. It helps me understand and get more and more familiar with Night City as I go about its exploration. I've taken down data such as people. I'm starting to take data down for all the shards. Let's see, what else do I have? Shards, perks. I'm starting to work on perks and how those interconnect so I can play around with those. NPC, things about NC, the Night City net. There are, let's see what I have. There's 53 nets that you can use in Night City or explore on computers that you go throughout Night City. They're not always the same, so I've been collecting all those. At least I say collecting, but it's primarily just me jotting down the actual name of the website. Let's see here. I'm starting to build my own character sheet. Different things about the mega buildings, points of interest around those mega buildings. I'm starting to also, every job and gig, I'd like to go through and actually get quite a bit of information on those. Everything from entry points to can you rush through a specific mission without having to attack anyone. One of those mission examples are when you're looking for information on some BD scrolls, when you're searching for the location of Evelyn, and you're going inside the gym. You know how you can go inside the gym, which is in Pacifica, and you have to go around a couple of, not Wraith, but animals. And the animal gang has kind of infiltrated the gym, and Placide has given you that mission after you go and sit down with him, and he jacks in and gives you information with Brigitte. He's kind of sitting in the background. You're trying to meet Brigitte. And you can rush in and go straight for the van, but can you without getting killed? I'm playing on very hard, and that's what I'm primarily focused on, is playing on very hard. I find that Cyberpunk 2077 is much more enjoyable for me if it has a chance of killing you very easily. Ever since I was introduced to Dark Souls by a good friend of mine, Eldon OG, Eldon Genius, I've had a pretty good respect for games that are hard, so I try to put my games on harder difficulty. It makes me appreciate some of the work that the designers went into to make the game more enjoyable in that instance. But I'm trying to see what missions you could just beeline it to the location and hit a trigger if it's possible. So those kinds of things for jobs, I'm trying to gather that kind of data. I'm starting to log down all the different weapons. Holes in Night City is actually pretty fun. Everything from Watson, Westbrook, City Center, those locations I've jotted down where they had a hole, whether or not it be geometry or a building slightly skewed to the right, which opens up a thing in the floor where the character can fall through. I'll go back and look to see if those things still exist. A lot of the stuff is data that I generated when Cyberpunk 2077 originally launched in 2020. Gear, Gonk, primarily Gangs of Night City. It is a board game made by Cool Mini or Not. Some of the references that are in that game and how it pops back in, and you can, I guess, cross over with the video game and the board game. Some of my favorite spots, I would say that my overall favorite spot is Empathy, the club, in City Center. I've gone over districts, Auto Fixer I'm starting to work on, documents, just consumables. I used to use Stream service that would allow me to share my computer screen while it was on stream, but it's not working all that great anymore. Words is another one that I really enjoy. There are over 223 lines, and that's still a fraction of things that NPCs say. You know that every NPC in Night City, if you walk up to them, they will have a particular set of lines that are procedurally generated or procedurally given to them, because all the NPCs are procedurally generated, and I'm sure it'll get even better in Orion. But they have 2 lines each, and I've started jotting all of those down, so if I hear new ones, then I can add it to my list. I currently have, just for the adults, the kids have their own, each gang member has their own, and I haven't talked to all the gang members. This is primarily just NPCs, so that's some of the data that I'm collecting as well. My biggest, I say my biggest, but my newest thing that I like to do for video games as I'm playing them is go through and look at the people, the enemies, locations, and things. So pretty much nouns, like people, places, and things, but I call it pelt. And then also like goods, poors, and averages, or goods and bads, if you will. That's the kind of database. And then I also have some 27 pages of ideas just playing through the game and jotting those down. And it's something I'd like to get up on screen again if I can. I stream straight through the console, and I'm not doing much more than that. One of these days, maybe I'll stream via my computer. Alright, so we are here in the gym. We were talking about going up against the animals. And I'm trying to see if it's possible to get through these missions without needing to go the normal route. And so far I've tried enough times to where I can't beeline it. I can't go straight towards the van. But it's definitely something I want to try. Let's go ahead and turn this off.
It even work? Said this place is abandoned years ago.
Now it is not. Animals fix their eyes.
Wait, who is that?
Who you think? The runner we won't try to invade you. With the extra eyes we give you, it is fine for now.
So, he knows I'm here.
The main ATM. Look for the camionette.
Want to go play an arcade game during this mission? I feel like I'm going to trigger an alert before I do anything else. Excuse me. It's gonna see me over there to the left. if I can lose them. I don't think I will be able to.
Right as one!
Yeah, I think I'm out of luck here. Because they will pursue you relentlessly. There may be a way, but they're hot on my tail. Let's go ahead and let's get ready to fight.
Come on. I swear I won't completely.
Could I lose them? Could I? Is it possible? No, I don't think it is. They're just gotta constantly find me. I think stealth is probably the better option. I am playing on very hard, so any damage I take is going to be significant. I kind of gave up there thinking I was already dead because they hit me with that hammer.
What's going on here? Camera. Corridor. Avoid it.
It even work? Said this place is abandoned years ago.
Now it is not. Animals fix their eyes.
Wait, who is that?
Who you think? The runner we won't try to invade. With the extra eyes we give you, it is fine for now.
So, he knows I'm here.
The main ATM. Look for the camionette.
Alright, this seems to be the way to start. The point here, I'm kind of cheating here by saving because I've made it this far, so if I mess up, I'll respawn from here. I don't think I have the ability to turn this thing friendly, do I? Can turn it off though. There's somebody over here that spots me. At least there was. Not sure when they turn the corner. So I want to get over there. He's doing curls, I guess. There's what, 1, 2,
okay, van's in sight.
3 people over there. Got one guy. Why does it feel like there's a guy in front of the van?
Okay, at the van. But no sign of the runner.
I see what you see. No chatter. Now, interface with the van.
While I got you here, mind telling me what we're looking at?
Data flow map of Pacifica. They hunt Agwe.
Who is they?
Netwatch. They always out to focus.
Like, why would I have this many sorry. this many conversations. Like, I got how bad's it look? What are they looking for exactly? Okay, so where do I come in? Now, I think there are some missions that if you spend too much time on the selection of this, it can bite you in the butt. But I'm going to go ahead and push.
How bad's it look?
I do not know how much data they pull, but their map is not complete. They still not have source validation.
What are they looking for exactly?
Internal data faults. If they crush our eyes, they take hardware and the entire net and return to the dark time of DriedMoss.
Okay, so what's on me to do?
You must reach the agent. Easy now to find him. Look at the map. He is in cinema.
Step away now. This isn't your fight.
Ned!
What? Placide, what?
Oh God. Pushed out. The runner know you are here. Hunt him.
Okay, so what do I do once I find him?
I will tell you. The Asian man tries to cut you off. The animals be here soon. Pass to elevator shaft to reach the lobby. Left side. You will stay unseen.
Huh?
That guy's still sitting there? Oh wait, he moved. Okay. Should be able to go up this way.
Hey, don't be scared now.
Oh crap, I fell down. Can't believe that. It's interesting how some you can mark through walls, others you cannot.
Smoke the ass, make it out!
Oh, I have to be standing, not crouching?
The fuck is that little cunt sting? Must be tripping. What was that?
Eyes open now.
Okay,
What's
so
going on?
You have company soon. Scan her right away.
That bad, huh?
alright.
She must have a weak spot.
I'm gonna save here. This particular mission, I don't think that I have gotten myself up to a level that is adequate to really fight her effectively. This is where taking your time really matters. Staying in. So if I looked at my overall level here, I'm level 18. So I should be okay here. I think I've got to put a little bit here in body. Something with physical damage. Plus 10%, 30% damage with blunt weapons for 30 seconds. So blocking an attack. Knockdown chance with defensive attacks. So blunt weapons. Have I even brought with me? Minus 47 seconds after hitting them with a strong attack. Let's grab that one. And down here, I think I'm covering up something. So I wish I could switch this location of the screen, make it maybe a little transparent, might be a good choice. because I think there's stuff down in here sometimes that might be behind this camera spot. So yeah, might want to do that. Let's see. Can I change? All right, I'll be right back. Okay, let me check audio here real quick. Alright. Okay, audio sounds good. What I'm unsure of is whether or not, because I've got something down here that I'm covering up, so I may have to in the future make the camera a little transparent. Alright, so this is if I need to skip time. Yeah, this particular encounter, I think I can cheese her. Again, I'm playing on very hard. Pretty sure I am. Alright, so there's main menu, everything else is visible. I don't think there's anything down in here. Pretty sure gameplay, yeah, I'm on very hard. Now, I could bring her down. I don't know if that's gonna help me any. And I don't think that I have any blunt weapons. I don't think pistols are gonna... Yeah, a machete. That is not a blunt weapon. Ugh. I don't think I came in here prepared to fight Sasquatch. But they gave me a shotgun, so that must mean something. Yeah, I do not see this going well. Alright, so let's start right here. Let's do another save so we don't have to spend our time picking all that stuff up again. And we'll just push forward. And I don't think I can skip by her. Yeah, I wonder, can I get through there? I don't think I can. I'm gonna try, but I don't think you can, like, sneak past her. I think it's a mandatory fight. I'm pretty sure it's a mandatory fight. Alright, we're gonna let her walk over. We're gonna try to get behind the pillar here. The fact that she didn't see me is unbelievable. I've actually never tried it this way. Yeah, I don't think sneaking is possible. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. I think this fight is mandatory. The opening is right there. Oh, okay. I did not know that the Sasquatch fight was skippable.
Invade him. We need access to their data. Clear? You must first...
Placide?
I've been watching some Western-themed movies. Not movies. I've been watching Yellowstone. Went and visited my family, and they were watching Yellowstone, so I watched it at least the modern Yellowstone, the one with Beth. And now I'm watching 1923 with Harrison Ford, and it is damn good. So Kevin Costner's in the modern one. Spoiler, he's not in season 5, season 5 part 2. Weird thing. But I've been on a Western themed game stint. Board games and video games. Okay, so this particular one, we're going to save here. Oh, I can't save? Here, can we go back out? Can I save out here? Oh, no. Well, at least we know we can skip past Sasquatch. I think I'm going to be... I don't want to fight Placide.
Whoa, hey, easy.
What did you do?
Well, now we can talk in private. Just severed the connection to the rest of Pacifica. Gives us a little time.
Just a second ago, you tried to flatline me. And now you want to talk?
Flatline? No, just discourage. But it looks like I underestimated you.
You talk too much.
United States.
Hey, V, you all right?
Give me a sec.
You look just like him a sec ago.
Thanks. Wasn't asking. Oh, what happened?
What do you think? Buddhists were blowing smoke. You got duped. Made you their goddamn kamikaze drone. Guess that's your reward for lending him a hand.
Could have been Netwatch to flatline me. VDBs might not even know I survived.
Right, then Placide's face ought to light up like a Christmas tree when you show up alive. Come on, let's head to Batty's and get this shit settled for good. Grumpy motherfucker. Hope he likes surprises.
Alright, this would be a good spot to check what net they were using. So this is sort of that database that I was using. I'm going to go over here to check audio. Actually, let me refresh my... Alright, so I've got my database going here, and one of those is the net. Let's see here. Let me get over to NCNet. This. All right. So we're gonna go up here and see what kind of net. So Growl FM. I believe I have that. All right. So I have Growl FM. Dark Star. I've got. Mayor of Night City. I've got that. Trauma Team International. I've got that. WNS News. Got that. N54 News. Got that one. Night Core. Got that. Yep, there it is. Samurai Web. Samurai Web. Got that. And then Auto Fixer. Definitely got Auto Fixer. So there's different things. So all these nets, you can go in and explore a little bit more. And there's a lot of extra lore in here. Sometimes there are secret missions that you can initiate by going through these. But what's interesting is that there is many, many more than this. There's things like aid vote. I'm doing this alphabetically. There's aid vote. There's Arasaka Autofixer, which is here. Bargist, which is new for Phantom Liberty. DriedMoss Collective, BBS Route 66, Bryce Stone, Bushido, Charon Exotics, Charum Danya Jinja, Crystal Palace, Dark Star, Delamain, Drugs Are Bad. That's just the top 16 that I just said. There's 53 that I have right now. Well, let me take that back. There's 51 that I have. And those not top 16, but the top 14, the ones that I just read. So there are a lot of extra things that you can go out there and read, and I highly recommend you do that if you haven't already. Let's check some of his messages here, which we're not going to be at. Regarding case 87625-2077, special authority has been granted to agent unavailable. If you could read that. Actually, there is a way to read that, and I'm going to take a picture of it because this does say something. If you keep redirecting me to the person responsible, I'll have to just find another buyer for Relic. I know you're stalling for time to check me out, but you're wasting your time. All the info you need is what I've already provided. I have access to Relic 2.0, the biochip storing the construct of Johnny Silverhand, and I know it's not some random engram you want, but him to contact A. And I know it's not some random engram you want, but him to contact A. Alright, so this is from Evelyn Parker to Bray Deal Netwatch Special Agent. I guess that was who I just killed. From to Evelyn Parker. This is standard procedure. We require more information to authorize the transaction for the sum you requested. The people who initially engaged you to seize the chip, who are they exactly, and what is their interest in the construct of Johnny Silverhand? Who led the biochip extract effort? Who were their accomplices? What are the relic's technical specifications? From Evelyn to Bree. This is not a standard offer, so give it a rest with your standard procedure. This is about bleeding-edge Arasaka tech. As for who's leading this whole operation, I figure it should be obvious that I am. That's why you're talking to me, and they are the Voodoo Boys. Another detail you probably knew already. The agent I spoke to last guaranteed protection and a new identity. Once the transfer is finalized, I expect you to hold up your end of the deal. So if you skip past this particular thing, you won't know that Evelyn was working with Netwatch. And you can take a gander through that and translate that. You could probably do it with Google Translate. Alright, so let's go ahead and take Guillotine. Alright, can we get out of here without having to go through Netwatch again? Or sorry, Netwatch. Sasquatch. Okay, she's left. I did not know that you could skip the Sasquatch mission by just sneaking past her. Excuse me. Now, I believe the Voodoo Boys have made their way in here, but all the animals that were in here, they have vacated. But you can completely go at this an entirely different way. You can go in guns blazing, kill all the animals if you can, fight Sasquatch, which you notice I just skipped past that. So that means Sasquatch is still around. I don't know if I interact with Sasquatch. Excuse me. It is about 2 a.m. here, but I've had 2 monsters. That's why I'm still going. Thanks, Death Stranding.
Oh, fuck. Les vivants. You wish to talk to Placide? Is that what you want? Because I can take you.
I'll find him.
Sure. Yes.
Alright. Is the car that I came here in still here? That's a good question, right?
Placide, nous gon problème. Li toujours vivant. Moi pas kon comment. Li kon zombie. La vin pour kounya la.
So the vehicle I came in, there's a Delamain over there. Okay, so I came in a car. I had that car over here. But I'm pretty sure it's gone now. There's a truck over there I could probably take. Yeah, I think it was March. Was it March of 2025 where you were allowed to play music without copyright issues? Or maybe it was just the one song by Grimes. But this is it, guys. This is my favorite game of all time. I spent the most time with Cyberpunk 2077. Absolutely love this game. I'm very excited for what 2.3 brings. I have so much game still to play. Even though I've beat this game 6 times or more, I have played it in a meandering method, in a meandering way, to where I try to let the game sort of organically push missions my way versus following the breadcrumbs, if you will. I'll be trying to do more streams in the morning to where I'm not trying to do this late at night or early morning, which I'm essentially doing right now. Looking at that moon made me strangely tired.
Go. Placide up this day.
I thought you dead.
What the hell happened?
We lose the link. That was not our plan.
Saw you zeroing agent tags. Don't tell me you didn't know what was going on. Don't tell me I didn't see what I saw.
You walk into war zone. You got hit. It is that simple. I had to free my people. They are most important to me. We tried to save you, but Mosley, he was stronger than we think.
Your people? Who?
Brigitte and others. Netwatch hold her frozen in ice. So you see, this whole rotten job was in your interest. It was the only way you could talk with Brigitte.
Jesus. Might have been good to know that before you threw me into the fucking fire.
I say, we must head under. This is not over. Netwatch will return.
I hope you will not lead him to the crypt. He is Ragnan, nothing special. You see the scans.
I saw them. Sorti Konya, fait tout moun sorti.
You must be Brigitte. Hard woman to find.
You have something for me.
You know about the biochip, don't you?
Yes, and we must...
This is one of the things that I love about Cyberpunk 2077 is the ability of the player, and I mentioned this in a Death Stranding stream, the control that the player has over the camera as they're watching essentially what would otherwise be a cutscene in another game. You are inhabiting the scene that is happening before you. You're fully in control. Sometimes they'll sit you down on a couch, like when you're talking to Rogue, for instance, when you meet her to get the mission. You're sitting down on the couch, but you still have control over the camera, so you can look around and watch things continually happen. And sometimes, when Claire brings the drinks for you and Rogue says, leave the bottle, you can actually watch her approach. Actually, I take that back. There are instances where you can watch characters approach or come in from a specific location, stage left, stage right, however you want to call it when those scenes are happening. But the one with Claire, you talk to Rogue and the camera is pulled over to look at Rogue, but it gives you control back. That's the only time that they take the camera control away from you is when you're talking to a particular NPC and they want you to focus on that NPC so you know who's talking. But they generally give control of the camera right back to you. And sometimes you can see things coming towards you versus it just appearing. The one with Claire was a bad example. They actually do spawn Claire and she's a little bit closer and she'll come. But you can then take control and look around as these things are happening. As I'm talking to Brigitte here, I'm able to move around her space and she will follow and track me versus what is not necessarily bad, just my preferred is Cyberpunk 2077. It has set a standard for me. I'm not saying it's the only game, but it's the one game that has set the standard for me that gives the player the ability to frame the action.
Let's check its condition.
And the characters move about the space as well. There's, I guess you would call it like Oblivion, Skyrim, where you walk up to an NPC, you're to talk to them, and it snaps the camera around so that you're staring at them at this direction the entire time.
Placide and I, we never quite saw eye to eye.
Now, if I move over to the
Don't like
left,
being kept
she'll
in the
turn
dark.
around and look at me from over
And
here.
I swear, if I hear any more moody fucking mumbling, which reminds me, just what the fuck is a
So I could frame
I
the
will
scene
explain all.
from
First,
here,
we must verify the
or
biochip
I
is
could
in
come
good
back
condition.
over here,
If
which
yes,
is probably
we'll
the
offer a fair price for
intended
it.
framing of the scene.
Access is all yours. Want this thing out of my head ASAP.
Oh,
And nothing but problems ever since Konpeki. Haven't found a single soul capable of getting this thing out of me without scrambling my brain.
One of the other things I need to do, I absolutely need to do as I'm working on this road to Orion, and I've got a good number of years. I'm gonna, excuse me, I'm gonna say 2030. I hope I can make it to 2030. I really hope I'm able to see the next couple of Cyberpunk games. I know I'm not going to be able to see them all. Like, all good things come to an end. I know that's going to happen. But I'm pretty sure I'll be here for Orion. I'm going to say 2030. 2030 for Cyberpunk Orion. And from what I've seen of The Witcher 4, I know it was a tech demonstration, but if it's something close to that, if we're going to see what they presented for the tech, and now I'm going to say that it's probably going to be pretty close to looking that way. Some of the things, the way that they pulled the camera away and had the camera zoom around Ciri as she was approaching that area, as they populated the area with like 130 plus or more NPCs. Like, that's not how that scene's going to happen. So it's a tech demonstration. Like, they're looking through the skin of a horse. That's probably not going to happen. But I imagine some of what the world generation is like, whether or not they use that, I don't need hyper detailed trees. As long as it runs and looks as good as what they were showing, again, I have to curb my enthusiasm a little bit and not try to trip over that curb, but still try to be motivated by what CD Projekt Red has shown. Now, they have made mistakes in the past by showing too much. They haven't promised anything because they clearly stated that it was a tech demonstration in the world of Witcher. But if that's what that Witcher game is going to look like, Witcher 4, and I'm going to say we're going to get Witcher 4 in about 2 years. So 2025, I'm going to say 2027. And then 3 years later, we're going to get the next Cyberpunk game. Because their ability to work faster with the Unreal Engine should get us games not every 10 years. So hopefully we're looking at like a 5-year rotation for new Witcher games, new Cyberpunk games, maybe an original IP, which I think they're working on. That would be great, great, great to see.
You commissioned the heist, so I figured you must know something. You've gotta.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What I need to do is, I'm on a mission called Walk the Line. I need to add, like I should be doing this right now for missions. Let's see. Actually, I can hold control and go up here. So I need to take this mission tab. Alright. So this mission that I'm on right now is Walk the Line. And this is with Voodoo Boys mission. And what I've been doing for this particular tracking of information, let's say for instance the heist, which is one of the earlier missions. What I'm writing down is, so the heist is the name of the mission, and then there are sub objectives within that mission. So the heist had a lot of them. So the heist had head to the afterlife, follow Jackie, talk to the bouncer, sit next to Jackie, follow Dexter. You know, every time they say this little thing up here, like over there.
How did you find us?
All the way over on the other side where it says walk the line, talk to Brigitte. So I'm going to write down talk to Brigitte. But I missed, logging all this stuff earlier, which I should have been doing. I should have been logging this stuff. Talk to Brigitte. And there's a lot more that I should have been logging, but that's something that I want to do. It's just it's a little bit of fun for me to kind of grab onto that information.
Evelyn Parker.
Evelyn Parker is by far my favorite character.
The doll, the whore. You found us because she led you to us. She has proved not completely useless after all.
Listen. Can you help me or not?
Yes, of course, but not here. We will go to the crypt, where you must give us access to the chip. Once we have the data we need, we will do our best to help you.
Seriously? Haven't done enough for you already?
There is no other way. To remove it, we must first examine it.
Because if you fuck up, you're left empty-handed. That it?
I gave my word. We will help you.
Then, after you.
This is the mission that a player needs to get to in order to start accessing Phantom Liberty storyline content, which
you guys sure seem to love this
do
place.
Whenever you're ready.
But honestly, you don't give off a strong religious vibe.
We left our gods on Haiti, yet we are strong here without them.
You know these things over here? I'm not 100% sure. I thought these took down your wanted level. I haven't tried to figure out if that's actually a thing. I need to come over here when I have a high wanted level and see if this confessed for 6 eddies takes off your wanted level. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I've confirmed it, or I've confirmed it and forgotten that I've confirmed it.
This way.
God, I am so excited for the next couple of weeks.
So how come Placide didn't know about the biochip?
We've got...
He didn't recognize it.
We've got Death Stranding 2 coming on the 26th. And somewhere within that same time frame, we're going to have a red stream from CD Projekt Red talking about Update 2.3. Now, it's not going to be any expansion. It's going to be an update to the game, possibly with some DLC. They're likely going to add something. Now, what they add, whether or not it's substantial or not, it's more. They're continuing to add more. And I could see, I know that they're working on Orion right now. They've already said that they're working on it. They've got a team in Boston, headed by Sasko. Actually, let me take that back. They may not be, it is headed by Sasko, Pavel Sasko. And, oh gosh, I imagine some of the things that they're working on for that game, they could slowly populate into Cyberpunk 2077. So as we are playing Cyberpunk 2077 continuously, we're going to get more to add, to see, to prepare ourselves, because if rumors are true, I don't follow everything. There are other people that do a really good job, and I watch them and I get information from them. But what I've heard is that Cyberpunk Orion, which is a code name right now, is going to be 1 or 2 years after Cyberpunk 2077. So I imagine some of the things that they could be adding into Cyberpunk 2077 will lead up to whether or not it's characters or something that could be, showing up in 2077 that will then populate in Orion. Are they going to call it 2078, 2079? But there's quite a lot of material to go over. I'm just excited to see. Maybe we'll get an announcement. Maybe we'll be able to see something like what they've shown for The Witcher 4.
In the scans.
Few of our people know about Konpeki Tower. But Placide, he is yon bête de bas.
Yon bête de bas. That's another thing. Like, see how on the mission, okay, so now the mission is now transmission.
This way.
See how it's now called transmission? Follow, Brigitte. These are the things that I'm going to replay. I will replay the entire game to go through this again. I love replaying this game.
This way.
Alright, so like this stuff right here, use technical ability. In mission, transmission, these are sort of the things you would need to invest your attributes to get the ability to do this. I'm 1 point off of technical ability, which I had one, and I could spend on it if I had it, which I don't.
This way.
I could use that to enter it. I don't think I've ever had technical ability to 9 when I come to this location. But that's what great replays are for. Like, not being able to see everything at the first attempt.
Where are we going?
Like, is impossible.
Soon you will see.
You can't invest unless you're modding your game. You can't invest points in everything up to their max. But I wonder if you can get them all to the point where you can interact with everything, but not all at the same time.
The Watcher did not notice the biochip.
That's what makes the game feel different every time.
Never gave him a chance.
Good. It would complicate our work.
This an old subway tunnel?
No, part of the transcontinental maglev system. When all states were connected. Like the net, it too crumbled after the war. Vieux et courant.
Try to grab all the shards. You can spend hours reading all of that material. Look around, scan the room. Like I've got shard over here. To me it looks like a flashlight sometimes. Like what the heck? And I need to write all the shards down too. Sort of like with the net. So if I went over here, looked at the net, look and see what it is that they've been searching. And there is none. Files, none. Messages. Delivery. Maglev. Delivery for pickup. Same place as always. Cigs are clean. Deucey packed up the stall. I would also like to do this particular, like logging all these. This one's going to be a more challenging one because it is a lot of data. It is a lot. But it would be nice to have a searchable database of all the messages that are in the game. Like to from, I could search, hey, maybe I am reading or listening to the story. If anybody has ever read No Coincidence, cyberpunk novel, if you have the audiobook, it's narrated by Jeremy Lee. And she is the voice of Female V, and she narrates that book. But let's say if I'm reading No Coincidence and like the name Maglev 4728 shows up there, I can go and search this database to see what in the video game is being transferred over into other mediums. That could be everything from the comic books. There's a lot of graphic novels. There's the No Coincidence book. There's 1, 2, 3 video games. I'm sorry, not video games, board games. 2 of them are at retail right now. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, right? Yeah, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. There's the RPG, obviously, and then there is also this is kind of a skirmish game. Then there's also Cyberpunk. Oh man, I forgot what it is. But it's by ORION, the guys that make the RPG. And then there's Gangs of Night City, which is from Cool Mini or Not. And then the one that I am most anticipating is the game coming from Go On Board, the board game company that made Witcher Old World and Witcher Path of Destiny. Great games. And they made Cyberpunk the board game, which is more action-oriented, where Gangs of Night City was more area control. Gangs of Night City is still good, and I'm really looking forward to Go On Board's take with Cyberpunk. So, I would like to have a database that's searchable so I can see what permeates and overflows into those other mediums.
We take you into the cyberspace. No better place for you to interact with the construct.
Yeah, like this right here, I would need to have probably, what is that, tech to 6 in order to have this line of dialogue. I would log that for transmission. So now we're talk to... And I'm just adding this to the database on the computer.
How do I know I'll come back? Do I get some guarantee?
You'll be inside our data fortress, under watch.
Under your watch.
If you knew what is out there in the cyberspace, you would not be so choosy.
How's all this any different from plain old net running?
The interface shows you the data layers direct from the net. Readable, of course. What the basic runners see is only a map. They cannot see beneath the surface.
And I've got to take data from all of this dialogue and any person, enemy, location, or thing. Like, runners, I've got map is a map. They cannot see beneath the surface. Their tech is too weak. Oh, that's fine. But synth tech interface, which is up here, must have your own version of a synth tech. So synth tech is a thing. Net running is a thing, like Johnny. I would take all the people, enemies, places, and things, locations and things, and I'd put that into a database that would be searchable. And it does a couple of things. The database is probably searchable anyway. I could probably go on autopilot, and autopilot could search it for me, and it would give me a basic response, searching all that is the internet in the way that Copilot does, or ChatGPT, or just using Google. Like, the database is already out there, but if I'm the one that is searching for it, then it just makes it feel a little more personal.
Okay, hang on.
And that's something
I
that
want to know what you need Silverhand
like
for first.
We wish to contact Alt Cunningham. We know she and Silverhand were close.
Alt?
The relic which Arasaka held close. It is our only lead.
Alt Cunningham. Heard of her?
Oh. Where? From who?
From Johnny. Though granted, not much.
Johnny?
All right, V. Guess you better tell her.
Tell her what?
About us.
Construct's active. Lets me and Johnny shoot the shit every now and then.
We will look at this, too.
What? Think I'm hallucinating? Found myself an imaginary friend?
Little is known of how an engram might exist within a human's neural network.
Tell you one thing. Doesn't shake out well for the human. What's your plan to contact Alt?
We try to cut out a unique piece of Silverhand's engram from the biochip. Alt will know it. If something of the human is left after years beyond the Black Wall, she will answer.
Well, what? You said nothing about breaking through the Black Wall.
Well, now you know.
Direction connectée.
Connection stop. This. Ooh. What is triggering there?
Why you wait? The ice will melt waiting for your decision.
Johnny, looks like you're the bait. You okay with that?
Yeah, whatever. Just do what she says.
The Black Wall. What is it exactly? I mean, I know...
You can see how they take the camera and push it towards the character that you're talking to, but after that I can...
bastion against the post-war AIs. The great victory of humanity over chaos.
That would be your Saturday morning Netwatch propaganda.
But the Black Wall is an AI itself. The boundary condition let nothing pass through, either way. If the AIs thought like people, they would call it a traitor.
Oh, come on. Not the tub.
We must prepare you for the dive into cyberspace. You are not accustomed to the neural demand.
Don't try and get out of this, V. Just do what she says. I'm not about to sizzle with you.
What exactly do you want from Alt? All of you?
Alt, the only one, can give us safe passage past the Black Wall. When the change comes, we wish to be on the winning side.
The change?
When the Black Wall was built, everyone think the ice would be enough. Keep the wild AIs out, away. But technology advances. It cannot be stopped. And now, catastrophe come again. This is sure, and soon. The corporations, they do not see the danger. But we will be ready.
Let's do this.
Qui moun qui va protéger lui?
Léon avec Jean Kiri.
Okay. What now? Johnny?
Il paraît.
Barré plongé.
This is it? Seriously?
This is our BBS, data fortress. Bridge to the deep net.
It's all so alive. So real.
Cyberspace moves, breathes at all times. The interface will adjust the ebb and flow of data to the capabilities of your brain. But you are an exceptional case.
Seeing something more than I am.
Yes, the cyberspace, it is always trop belle.
So, what now?
We can begin. All is ready. We enhance your link to Silverhand's neural network for a short time to grab the fragment. We must find the data on Alt. Alt alone. This should only take...
Brigitte? What's happening?
He'll never fade away!
Johnny! The fuck, Holmes? Out of line! Way out! What next? Where are you gonna take it?
Johnny!
Gonna drag a corporal rat on stage, make him kneel, douse him with gas, and light him up?
Hey!
Come here! Come on! Come here!
Silverhand! It's not your band! You're no solo act!
Alright, never fade away is the new rule.
Johnny! Samurai!
Gonna crash, man! And pull all of us down,
Alright. We are exactly 77 minutes in. I think I'm going to end the stream there, particularly for the reason that it is exactly 77 minutes. So, thanks, Choom, for those that stopped by and said hi, those that are watching this in syndication. This is the road to Orion, so we've got some time before the game comes out, but we're going to be playing Cyberpunk 2077 until Orion launches. So, thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again later today. All right, bye.